Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Welcome back. I am the Wise One, and today we will be going through the best moments of World's 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where T1 takes on Team Liquid. Let's dive into the action.
Do note though, Pyosik starting upside of the map. We're going to have opposite sides here, as there might be a dive onto Summit, but Guma and KIA, are they going to be okay with Pyosik moving in?
Yeah, Summit trying to deal with this minion wave, but it is just too big. They do manage to get a teleport out. Can they kill him in time? That is going to be the 1-for-1 as now the stun comes in. It's a 2-for-1 and TL trade up. Now Pyosik making his move towards the bottom side. The Q's going to land. Gumayushi's in so much trouble, and JJ just said, I take down this team. Shock Blast going to make its way into the Tri-Brush just yet. Zeus does turn back up again. On vision.
Summon his ult.
There it is, and now Pyosik is coming down. There, the all-out comes through. The Q's going to land, and Zeus, he knows that he's dead. The Q's going to land beforehand, and Pyosik gets another.
Really nice setup. One off. They are now on vision, starting up this objective. Core and Yon are already here, but with the wave that's being built up on bot side, I wouldn't be surprised if T1 just goes for the blades. Arrow coming in.
Yeah, Ona is going to get blocked out, so Pyosik is going to be able to take this one. The arrow's going to connect, but Yon is going to be able to cleanse that one away. Ona's still looking for more. As the shockwave lands, Pyosik is going to try and safeguard his way out, but the hostile takeover will cancel that, and Faker will grab his first of the game. TL trading. Going to be able to arctically assault his way out. And now this dragon is getting some attention. Wards everywhere. Arrow going to connect onto APA. The hostile takeover comes through, and there is the chaining of CC. I don't know what you're supposed to do in that moment. I think you just have to accept.
Because even though he stays alive in this instance, they might try to go for a play on Zeus here.
Wait, yeah, there's the scat of the week onto Zeus, taking a lot of damage. The Unleashed Power comes through, and Pyosik's going to take away the kill. Just barely. Not enough there, so well. Not going to be able to catch up. TL with 3-man strong here in the mid lane against the 3 of T1. Oh! The flash forward from Zeus is going to be scattered. APA doesn't have a flash of his own though, as the shockwave was looking to grab Pyosik, but they'll get the free kill on the Syndra. APA not able to make his way out.
And particularly on such a long lane, between the speed up from Faker plus the speed up from Jace as Cole goes in.
Storm, that is going to be the hostile takeover though. It's Gumayushi's just raining hell down on JJ. He's going to be the first one to fall, but Summit does get the all-out onto KIA. Not going to be able to bail himself out of this one. Bit too expensive, but the Q3 is going to connect, and now Gumayushi's in trouble. The arrow's going to connect onto Young, but it was Summit that was the problem. And TL will answer back beautifully in mid.
And TL not...
Now JJ will find Ona. Going to get a shattering strike off as Pyosik looking for Faker underneath the turret. Is going to get kicked into the wall as APA will just unleash the power and is going to reign supreme self into this mid lane once again. But that one is not long for the world, especially with this large minion wave. Someone's just going to have to watch it fall down. Ona just provide some support as well. And the map, something that TL hasn't necessarily paid as much attention to, as the handshake does come through. That's going to be a miss on the Glacial Prison though. And so Summit's going to survive, but the inner turret is not.
Yeah, T1 is really playing around this objective. Not the best weapons here for Yon. See if he can get, but there's no Faker, right? No TP available.
Yeah, that's going to be Pyosik locking that one down. It is going to be a Cloud Soul this game as well, so I guess it is my birthday. I don't need Summit. And Summit just going to go back towards this bottom side of the map and try and clear up these minion waves. JJ finds Faker once again. Shattering Strike going to come through, but he's going to be pulled back by the shockwave. The dissonance comes in. There's the Magnet Storm as Faker is pulled forward. Can he find the Clockwork Wind-Up? He doesn't need it because he's got command attack, and that is going to be the kill.
If Guma can get that as, the teleport here.
Yeah, now Faker, as you just mentioned, does not have his flash available. The Dissonance doing a fair bit of work there because of the damage build. As Scat of the Week is not going to quite find the man in the mid lane. Pyosik going to get slowed down, but he connects the Q, and I have a feeling that even Faker's not going to be able to make his way out of this one. He's had some daring escapes before, but without Flash, Orianna doesn't exactly have too many methods, and now the TL Baron that we were just talking about, they're going to consider it here. The rest of T1 are in the area. Faker has teleport. There's 30 seconds on TL to make this play, and if they can lock this down, it could be a huge advantage for them. They need to keep Ona out of this pit though, as APA, he's going down low. JJ looking for his opportunity. Can he play bounce so they get him out of the pit? And it's going to be Pyosik that locks down the Baron. Can they win the fight though is the question. The hostile takeover gets the kill, utilizing Yun to kill APA. It's a disaster for TL, and Zeus, he knows it. He's flashing over walls. Yun's going to be able to pick up one though with these chakrams. I have a feeling that that might be all he's going to be able to get, but let's see what he can do here. Uses the last of his mana on the moonshot. And yeah, he's in an alcove, and I don't know whether he's getting out unless it's via the death chamber. So there it is. Going to be the kill.
Use of teleport here from Team Liquid to then set up the Baron. The downside is there is still 4 people for T1, and a lot of resources have to be invested to take out Owner. The poke makes it really hard, because I do think TL, every fight should start with a pick-off. Maybe on Faker.
Yeah.
Yoshik deep in enemy territory.
Going for it there as the kick does come through. Of course, Sonic Wave is going to connect as well. Core JJ looks for the opportunity, but the hostile takeover is there. Carrier always takes care of his friends. It's Yoshik. He even goes golden. Going to be able to avoid the arrow with that. The rest, this is incredible.
He's doing it!
He's doing it again, Chronic.
No, it's just an inner.
I mean,
Today means that you're only a single win away from making it towards those best of threes, the ability to win.
And right now, TL is looking to peel. They're hoping to get the teleport and then peel. They do not want to flip this.
Carrier is just going to get caught out of position. Core JJ is there, and that is going to be the pickoff to start this one. Even the Rift Skull is going to stay with the kick on the Faker from Yoshik. It does not stop from this man today. And Ona down to 50%. Of course, Summit's got the Q3, and it's a double for APA, and that's going to be a Baron for TL.
Piosik is legitimately the defending world champion, getting 2 kills for TL. No jungler for T1. That's the second Baron of the game.
2 for 2 for Liquid!
I'm giving it at least 50-50 now, boys. 100%. That is going to be...
But right here, Core JJ never showed. T1 did approach because they didn't have perfect vision on the Baron. They get the first kill. And Piosik on the TP was godlike. To being 1 best of 1 away from a qualification match. It's actually much more important.
And that's going to remain true for the next 2 best of 1s,
and
right?
Will be incredible. Right now, though, Baron power play actually working out okay.
Summit has to be able to escape this.
Trying to get out of the way, but the Glacial Prison is going to connect. The arrow is going to sail wide. He tries to all out his way through. Does still have a bit of a shield, but Faker will finish him off now. Still, needed a lot of resources to lock that one down, as Baron is going to be utilized to try and take down this inner turret as well. But T1 going to get themselves into position. The volley is going to tag them. Not going to push into the fog of war is T1. They're trying to just...
I'm having a hard time being unbiased with my analysis right now. Who do you think has better scaling?
And I think as well, that's why Carrier also going for Radiant Virtue here on the Renata, trying to build Mosekinus.
Scat of the Week trying to come forward here. Summit just by himself, finds himself a Q. The Magnus Storm under 3 is gigantic, and Summit's going all out. He's going to get out of the fight as well with Gumayushi. He's taken down Yun already. And Core JJ, both of them are going to go golden, and it's T1 that just roll over the top of TL, and even Summit will not be allowed to escape as Gumayushi looking to chase after him. He's got the ward in the brush, and I have a feeling Summit, by going the wrong direction, is probably still going to die.
After a 35-minute nail-biter with 2 Barons going over to TL, T1, well, they don't get the clean ace because Summit stays alive, but...
They were winning until they weren't. Chronicler, and that is going to be the Nexus turrets falling down. Our observers following the story of Summit, but it's the Nexus that needs to be addressed, and T1 are going to take the first game of Swiss. We're going to need a ladder for you, Jad, by the way, to get back up to the analyst desk, I think.
That's a great way to start Worlds.
Yeah,
it actually is. It was an amazing game. TL.
Welcome back. I am the Wise One, and today we will be going through the best moments of World's 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where Cloud9 takes on Mad Lions. Let's dive into the action.
Despite Elyoya trying to introduce some delays, not going to have too much slowing down now. Could be an angle here, will get spotted.
Fudge is going to immediately back away. Did have that ward there, but Leap striked a little bit early. That is going to be the flash to follow up. Still gets the knock up, and that is first blood with the last tick of Ignite for JC.
Amazing. Not having a flash or ghost makes ganks all the more exciting as there we go.
There it is, the Unraveled Earth comes down. JC gonna try and get himself out of here. The Counter-Strike doesn't quite work, but he doesn't have too much more. Cataclysm going to come on through. Can he get any kills back? Elyoya not gonna be able to find it. Sven just...
aggro, which ensures that with his ultimate he is fine. Fudge might have to pay the price here though.
Perhaps Silasang looking for his opportunity. Grand Entrance does come through. There's the Counter-Strike though. One heck of an ability. The Ignite comes through. Quickness going to be utilized as well. They do not want to leave anything to chance, and Elyoya is going to skewer the Jax for a second kill from that.
They're still here, guys. Don't worry. They're in this game, I swear. We saw like one ultimate from Carzzy, maybe as
Speaking of ultimates, yeah, the Weaver's Wall going to come on through here. Is Carzzy going to try and get himself out of the way, and he does so beautifully. Seismic Shove has to land if he's going to make that one work. True Shot Barrage connects as well, but he's overstepped, and Carzzy's going to get punished by Berserker. We could say baited by Blabber, but unfortunately...
Kill there on Blabber, who still had his flash available as well. And into the welcoming arms of Berserker. Xayah getting an early kill, particularly in a setup with as much frontline as this, always going to feel great. And Mad, able to get that topside kill was nice, but one of the reasons...
Being a bit of a mantra for C9. Another Weaver's Wall going to come on through here as Blabber's going to show up, chasing in a whole host of trouble. The Needlework doing a fair bit, though, here as Fudge going to try and get out of there. Sven going to be the one to lock it down, though. And a bit of the question mark, I think...
End up being enough to find a counterplay. C9 pulling ahead. Going to be able to pick up first brick here as well.
Oh, great little pull down. Very, very important. Something that I've spoken about many, many times. As Carzzy be able to take down the turret on the bottom side of the map. Chasey is going to do so. Getting information. Sven's not going to be there, but still, Fudge is going to be able to take this one down. So
Starting to see Matt actually pick up some standing gold on the map, equalizing these objectives, making sure that they don't fall too far behind. And honestly, very similar to the previous game. We actually see it going very even.
Yeah.
We'll see if C9 can build themselves up a Drake lead here.
That's going to be that Hextech Drake, and it will be secured there. Good smite from Blabber. As Niski's going to have to flash. Fudge is going to flash immediately after him as well. Blast Cone, he wants to get over and he'll find it! Beautifully solo killed by Fudge. Locks down the Syndra and the...
Even though into the Jax, particularly with the Jax having a lead, I don't think you're going to be super excited about. Still is a really big team fight threat. Positioning much better from that. They have control of the river, and they will be able to deny the dragon stacking, not allowing C9 to pick up a soul point 23 minutes into the game, getting it for themselves. Great. That ward, though, not blocked by the pink, I think. Or actually, no, it is. We're fine.
M&S is going to be able to see that there is a ward in this pit, but I don't know what they're going to be able to do about this because it's going down so quickly. Berserker's even the one that gets the last hit on the Baron because he does so much damage. Chasing now looking for the needlework here onto M&S. This is the matchup that he wanted in the first.
These outers definitely all going to fall. Already the mid outer that is still up, 100% going to get taken down here by Berserker and M&S.
Yeah, Hillsang was looking for some sort of follow-up. The quickness and the grand entrance having to be used by Hilly. Get himself out of dodge, but still C9 are pushing. They are not stopping. And with this Baron, this tower is not looking long for the world. And Sven, still just fine. The Unbreakable will working out so beautifully, and Blabber just heads towards the top lane. They are taking everything from Mad.
And for Mad, not a lot of options remain.
A lot of resources used by C9.
We'll see if this is an opportunity for Mad, if they can get to 2 dragons. Maybe try and punish the indecision there from C9, right? The moment you know you're spotted, doesn't end up working out. The wall is going to be enough to keep him away. It looks like it is.
Yeah, it is. Flag not going to do enough damage to contest the smite as Hillsang taking a bit of damage here as well. And M&S just going to be able to press that W. CC not something.
Every single time, it's Blabber getting a catch, it's Sven going in, and even though the last engage didn't quite end up working out, Dragon still goes over to C9, so I don't think it's going to be too sad to cancel.
Oh yeah, it's going to get cancelled. Seismic Shove going to come through, and I guess you can just engage on a Hillsang if he's that far up. And C9 now with a 5v4 advantage and a Baron that has just returned to the Rift. They're going to look to grab their second, and that might be the final nail in the coffin for Mad. That is going to be another engage. The headbutt to push Elyoya away. Not going to be able to flag, drag, flash, or anything to steal that one as M&S. He's also able to keep himself alive. Carzzy going to push forward one more time as Elyoya looking for it, but Berserker's just flashing after him. The seismic shoves. They've been amazing this game from Blabber. That's going to mean that Elyoya can't do anything. And Chasey just wondering why his kill feed's just red as he's dealing with an inner turret.
And C9 looking to take a decisive victory here. Slow and steady. I think Sven, again, having a wonderful performance here on the Alistair. Blabber absorbing the early pressure from Elyoya. And Mad just not able to really generate any type of aggressive pressure. And the trades that work out.
Hillsang looking for an option here, but Blabber is just going to go gold, and Hillsang is going to go down as well. The first Nexus turret has been taken. North America in their first showing here in the Swiss stage against the what is it again?
LEC, EMEA.
Yeah, let's go with the LEC. They're going to be able to take them down. It's LCS that are ahead, Chronicler.
And you know, best of ones are inherently volatile, but after the first two, I gotta say, LCS, not looking too bad.
Not looking too bad at all. I mean, it was almost TL taking down.
I am the Wise One, and today we will be going through the best moments of World's 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where Gen.G takes on GAM Esports. Let's dive into the action.
Under his turret, you would assume. Peanut moving on over. He does
flash.
not have the ultimate just yet. Vault Breaker going to come through. He's going to connect it this time around, but there is a counter-strike, and Peanut tanking the turret. He has to flash to get out of the way, and KIA is like, bring it on. We'll see what else you can do, but there it is. First blood comes down, but it's immediately answered.
Doran over extra turret shot, really early flash there, but he doesn't want to get caught in the counter-strike with the turret on top of him. And then Doran's like, yeah, maybe
It almost was really good.
Yeah,
but
but he's not tanky enough.
Does come through. All right, we are going to be able to find the snare, and Peanut gonna go down. Levi collects a second here for GAM in the
to try and play for the cross map. Maybe they look to get a kill on the exit here. The light's on his way.
Yeah, KIA is an opportunity as the Vault Breaker being charged here for Peanut is going to come on through. Pallet going to be fighting Doran. Peanut still just in the fog of war. Doran's going to deliver them. The Haymaker comes on down, and Peanut, he is going to finally start fighting, but he's straight into a Pop Blossom. He manages to pick up the kill onto the Jax, and now it's Delight, it's Chovy, and it's Gen.G that are striking back in the battle. It was almost so good for GAM. But Gen.G reigns supreme in the air. Is playing Cow Bouncer. Should be able to get them out of there if they do want to come down. So there it is. Skewer does come through. Hextech going to be our next one. In a little bit of trouble. Pallet is in the area. Slater could come on down, but there's the Vault Breaker to connect onto Levi. Headbutt Pulp does come down, and it's all about picking your poison, choose your target, and Peanut has said, Pallet, you are dead. And that is indeed how it is going.
He'll be able to get another turret. Might also die. Does spot Levi here, so he should be playing respectfully. He is Cassante with flash though, so...
Oh, there's the flash kick to land onto Doran. He gets stunned up as well, and Doran's now trying to escape, but it's not going to happen. Levi going to lock down that kill, as you were saying.
You knew he was there.
He was playing to his limits, you know?
Counterplay.
Something like that. As yeah, Chovy is going to teleport in. Looks for the opportunities. Burnt the ult already. KIA out of mana almost entirely, and there's the charm. Kill going to go down, and that is going to be Chovy's second.
Yeah, what we are seeing though, and this is, well, Gen.G, I think, really only does this as hold up.
Another Headbutt Pulp is going to come through, and another charm will land. Cardi's going to be able to get that flash off, but there's the cease and desist. Pop Blossom going to come through, but Peanut is going to be tanky enough. He wanted to give the kill to Chovy, but it is not going to happen. Oh, another turret shot, and Chovy will spin this game.
Yeah, would have loved to see Pallet maybe go for a Pallet.
All right. Yeah, Pallet is just going to get knocked into the air, and Pei is going to be able to lock that one down. My goodness. The Acathian Rain is terrifying from this Kai'Sa. And they're going to push this Rift Herald through 2 turrets, as it turns out. KIA also getting down relatively low towards this top side, but Doran going to find the flash. The all-out comes through, and he just chops up the Jax.
And after some early attention from the rest of his team, Doran says, I can take care of it by myself now. And this is really where I think a lot of teams, as we have seen, Gen.G's mid-game, particularly when they are not falling behind in any of their lanes, is so oppressive.
And collect you, and the chain CC is terrifying.
We've also gotten to the point in the game where the level 2 for Killer Instinct is available, so when there is no frontline on the enemy team, this build, very impressive, double TP coming in.
That is a solo lane sandwich here as the charm point blank range is going to connect onto Slater, but he's going to be able to cleanse flash to get himself out, but is it going to be enough? The answer is no, as Peanut comes on through with the cease and desist, and the Zyre is going to be taken down. Pallet's now trying to stay alive. Doran will be able to lock that one down, and meanwhile, GAM is being disintegrated. They do manage to take down Pays, but I think that is going to be the end of the good news for the BCS squad. And Gen.G will find all...
Not manageable, Atlas.
Whoa.
You know me, I'm not one for strong words.
Slater is now not going to get Vault broken here by Peanut, but the Featherstorm does have to come through, but he's not going to get caught by the Pop Blossom. The knock-up from Delight. What was that? They do manage to get yet another kill for KIA, but it is once again not the story they were looking looking for, as he will eventually go down. It's a double for FaZe in the end of it all, and this time it'll be the ace.
The Baron's going to get taken, and I don't think we're going to be in this game for much longer. And unfortunately for GAM, looks like the 0-1 pull is waiting for them.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, with pulverizers like that, like, Delight, man, what an incredible start to his Worlds run, because at this point, but I have a feeling it's going to grow.
I wonder
Not right now, though, because KIA is going to get some money.
Yeah, it's a bounty.
Heck yeah.
That's valuable. I wonder how aggressive Gen.G is going to play. I think Levi's showing on Vision now, so definitely. And actually, you know, I don't hate the cross map from GAM. It's not like you can fight this team, so you might as well try and hope that they just back off.
Yep, getting
That's
anything is definitely a positive. As KIA is going to keep going, and he may as well, but these inhibitor turrets will fall. At least 2 inhibitors will go down. And defending Nexus turrets is certainly going to be a priority, and as you can see, KIA agrees. He's going to be heading home now. We'll see whether they can hold on, because Gen.G, they really, it looks like they don't want to be here for all that long today, Chronicler. They're looking to try and end it as soon as possible. The Vault Breaker going to be channeled here. Picking your target is going to be important, as Peanut is just going to use it in another direction. And yeah, there is a headbutt pulverize onto Cardi, and into the backline goes Pallet. The Haymaker does buy a little bit of time, and the Pop Blossom's decent, but Gen.G, the wallets are too heavy at this stage of the game, and they are just going to rip through GAM. Slater, the last one to go down. It's a double for Chovy. They'll deal with these Nexus turrets and the Nexus. They'll call it a day here, 22.5 minutes.
And Gen.G, I think I saw a JDG icon there at the end as they dove into the side, into the fountain, because Gen.G looking good here today. The fact that with the Swiss format we can have.
I am the Wise One, and today we will be going through the best moments of World's 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where JD Gaming takes on Team BDS. Let's dive into the action.
Could be a 2v2 incoming very, very quickly. Adam's just gonna flash forward. They find the silence, and 369 will be put down. First blood to the Garen.
And the virtue of his Ignite does not have TP. So he's gonna try and just eat this. He does the flash. Oh, he does have courage.
He's got courage. He's not gonna get knocked up.
He's brave.
Oh, this time around, and this is exactly what we were talking about. He's not out of the woods just yet, though, and there's the knock-up. Does find the silence here onto 369, who may fall, but the damage to the lane is the
roaming. Besides the 80 carries, BDS look like they might want to still go for this. They do have LeBron there.
Yeah, Kanavi just immediately going to get ulted, silenced as well. It's going to be difficult as the ult comes down. Cataclysm is there, but Adam, he's not scared of a ring of rocks. 369 now using the Bellows Breath to try and deny the CC, but it's not going to deny the knock-up, and Nuke's going to grab that kill. It's now 3-1 to BDS.
Which is not very far off, Atlas, and becomes an unanswerable threat in the side lane. We'll see how Gen.G finds a way to deal with that.
They are going to be able to even out the Drake count. Next one going to be a Mount.
But they do actually need to get the Dragons. We haven't seen a 5v5 yet, and that is where many teams are unable to match up to what Gen.G offers. This turret, though, is gone, and Sheo's here.
They're looking for the Demolish proc, and now 369 is in trouble.
Off of any really big judgment until we see a 5v5.
I want to see Rula do some things with some champions in the area.
Has drafted for.
All right, not going to get the knock up onto Sheo. He's going to answer with his ult. The Everfrost is fantastic, and now the Ram comes in. Petrifying Gaze comes down, though Kanavi's in trouble, but he survives for so long. 1-for-1 so far. The Bellows Breath coming through, and Nuke will be pounded by the hammer of the Blacksmith, and LeBron. Stridebreaker has been completed. Even more ability haste on top of that. He's looking for the Black Cleaver. And look at this man, he's spinning.
Give initial control over, and it makes sense. They want to give the time to Nuke, who I think is going to have an item finish. A lot of TP wards available, particularly that controller there in the jungle.
Yeah, Adam, just standing on vision. He's not too worried about it, but there's the Hex Splash. Pulverize, and he's just going to be taken down back to the Drake that they'd started earlier, and now it's a 4 versus 5. BDS just going to have to get out of here. They will have to give that one up, and Adam, unfortunate, didn't have his flash available or anything like that, just got a little bit too overconfident.
Really big.
I don't think there's any team, like so many people have said, the team fighting's pretty good, Chronicler. And we're at a stage of the game now where the game becomes about the team fighting aspect of it. So lane, but not going to be able to find Brownie as Knight. All right, will he get the bad news? Flash is available for Adam, and he will not need it because cease and assist does come on down. Lebrov looking for Knight. He's burning, he's ticking. It's not going to be enough, but Sheo's there with a flash smite to take down the Ahri. In the meantime, though, the Rift Herald's going to crush this outer turret in mid, and is possibly going to get another charge as well.
So you kill Knight, you'll probably be able to get an inner as well, so I think by the end it will be a net positive. If they can get this turret, it'll be a positive gold trade for BDS. That is free flashes, two flashes, free ultimates invested. Give up a lot of mid control. The fact you're able to get that inner though means that in terms of gold, not the end of the world. Sheo going in really aggressively here.
Yeah, really aggressively. He's going to get knocked up. Crowny and Lebrov are going to turn up here. Sheo should be taken down, but can they actually stand a chance in this fight as the Ram is going to pass by Crown? Well, immediately it is going to get spotted here. Lebrov getting himself towards that backline as Sheo immediately turned on. His Vault Breaker's on cooldown. The charm comes in. The layering of CC is perfect, and Knight says goodbye. Enemy jungler. It's time to take down the Baron. And that is some pretty clean setup here from Gen.G, missing now. Just acting as gatekeeper to deny the rest of BDS, and stopping this Baron is going to be a heck of a tall order. 369 taking a bit of damage, but he's just buying space. Adam's spinning, but I don't think he's winning, as now Ruler's on the board with a kill on Crowny. Lebrov goes down as well, and Adam's just going to have to get out of there. Petrifying Gaze. Not named quite well enough at this point in time, as now Ruler's looking for a little bit more. Noxious Blast not connecting. The knock-up is there, and Nuke goes down as well. Gen.G, they just kill all of them. Well, Garen is trying to kill a turret. Let's see whether this Demolish is going to help him remove that, and he does do so. Close to a 6,000 Red Bull Baron power play until that turret goes down, which, like you say, is at least going to be a bounty. But trading a bounty for your Nexus is never really something that we would recommend. And now the win expectancy has gone from a little bit in favor to BDS to 90%, close to almost touching the bottom in favor of Gen.G.
And BDS fought valiantly, might be trying to go for one more play here. 369 isn't here right now.
Yeah, there is the cease and desist. Silence is down onto Kanavi, but he just turns it immediately. The Jarvan gonna be the first one to go down. Sheo trying to get himself out of there. Lebrov is gonna be the sacrifice, and Nuke's gonna go down as well. And now Ruler kind of taking matters into his own hands alongside Knight, who collects a triple kill, tidying up the fight.
And you get Kanavi, but at what cost? At cost of your Nexus Atlas. Gen.G gonna push on here. With a draft like this, you're given some leeway. And man, did they use it?
Well, I tell you what, BDS, they at least made it interesting, especially in the early stages of that game. And, you know, there's that Xerxes moment. There's the gods can bleed, that sort of stuff. They're not bleeding as far as their scoreline here in the tournament, but they at least did in the early game of this one. Gen.G.
I am the wise one, and today we will be going through the best moments of World's 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where G2 Esports takes on DK. Let's dive into the action.
Canyon not even needed. Showmaker just pops the ulti, and that someone is gone.
Showmaker looking for a play in mid. You heard the desk talking about how it's been kind of sad to see the trajectory.
8-0, by the way. Fun stat for you. It's pretty hot as Mickey setting up on a depth. Instant cleanse away, but will save his life. Ignites down. Couple of autos too. Kellen with the flash away as well. And G2's bottom lane matches it. Oh my god! This team's pretty hot. Well, he's in a bit of trouble too. G2 looking to replicate across the map. Just waiting as here we go. The Ents go marching one by one. And yikes says hurrah. With Broken Blade on top as well. That's stun out. There's no flash from the trade before. Cannon's like, just make it stop. And G2 with another with a 2-0 start.
He does get himself another. Cannon showing great respect, and Caps on the roam here.
Wow. Most agile Orianna we've ever seen. Canna, his flash is back up and available, but he gets stunned up, not going to use it. He knows he's dead as Caps picks up his first kill. And G2 continuing to hold that top. Things down as Yikes okay, but look at top. First turret blood in under 14 minutes.
Not what I was expecting. Know they have a window to start off this Dragon. Caps hasn't had an opportunity to base, doesn't have his Mythic. Do G2 still want to fight this? Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. With the ulti from Yike, it's there, but the Magnet Storm and the boot bag! Showmaker, playmaker! All you blinkers out there, stand down. It's a double over to death.
You can't underestimate the man in the jungle. There are now all the saplings in position that are going to be extra bit of poke coming out from the AP Maokai. And you know what? Dplus is just saying, we're fine, you can have this. We already took one Drake for you. We've slowed down the Dragon stacking. And we don't need to fight Draven right now. Trinity Force, Collector, no, we're good.
I don't get,
just
you
have
know,
to
the
guess.
Draven stacks. I have to guess. I have to wait till Observer gets there. Showmaker again, threatening it. But Caps holds onto the flash. That's a big brain move as teleport going in. G2 want to die this, and with Yike ulting in, Showmaker has nowhere to go. Broken Blade forces his flash, gets booped away, but there you go, adoration for the crowd again. One more to hit the boot as Hunsummer's already cashed in, but he's looking for more money. Trying to roll the dice as Mickey X tries to get them out of there. Berserk for the time being, running back in. G2 want to re-engage.
It's chaotic, but it's going in G2's favor. They'll find another kill, make it 2. 4 down on the side of Dplus. Deft is continuing to push in mid lane, but it started with Showmaker looking for that play onto Caps. He doesn't get flat.
Probability powered by AWS before, showing that G2 might have this in the bag. Now, of course, you're saying they've got to get it to the finish line, but massive gold lead now to 5Ks. The flash forward from Kellen doesn't work out. Re-engaged by Yike. The Ents are out, and here's Broken Blade for the stun down. That might be a tanky Alistar, but out of the farmyard he goes. He becomes a patty again. Hunsummer runs forward, gets more money in the bank. This guy's...
They are going up. G2 see this as an opportunity to start the Baron, but it's also a great opportunity for Dplus. Here we go, the Baron is kicked off.
Well, no ulti from Depth as they're stoned out by the whirling death over the wall. Kana can't do too much, and it all comes down to
Are they
Canyon.
going to flip this? Are they going to flip this?
Be very
Please
G2
don't
to
flip
do
it,
so.
G2.
You're saying please no, but in goes Canyon looking for it. The all-in, oh my god! They've set up DK to smack him down, and they get the Baron! Thaddeus said no, but DK say, oh yes! Yike running for his life, he's next to go down, and all of a sudden the tables have turned. Poke comp, Thaddeus, you set this up in draft. This comp has range, and what do we know about poke comps in League of Legends? When they have Baron, when they have priority and longer lanes, it is a nightmare to play against.
I mean, they're going to
So
have to
good for
look
DK.
at Canyon finding a flank once again.
Broken Blade looking to zone him out. There's the poke again. Hits 3. He jumps in. Canyon flash for that. Won't get the steal and won't get over the wall. A bit of an oops. Sorry, Sorelda's grudge. I'm also living in the past. Remember Atma's
Yes,
Impaler?
I do remember
That
Atma's
is not that
That's
item.
very old school.
Yeah.
It'll be building Warmogs next if that was that.
Let's go for it. But the point is, kind of
Through this, they don't have access to the Baron right now. G2 have chosen to reset. They don't have any vision.
Yikes,
This
the
is
only
gone.
one nearby. It's just gone, Betty.
It's gone.
It's just gone. It's a blind Baron. G2 had a nice
Level 16.
Oop.
The flank, though, coming in from Broken Blade.
And look who's there. It's Deft by himself. Dominus now pop looking for Deft, and to stun him up, he cleanses the way, but Broken Blade has brought the Armada to him, flashes away. He might have done his job as he goes golden, but he should be dying here, but Slice and Dice, he's out of there. But hang on, he needs the reset, and he can't find it. However, now with the Dragon up and the Renata ulti out, it might be okay as G2 bring it to a 50-50 and win it out. Ocean Soul there, as Yike, some reason, flashes upward, but G2 have a permanent buff in this game as there is also a grave labeled out for Mickey as he drops down again.
That's 3 members dead, though, and Dplus have all 5 members return in kind by getting themselves 3 kills.
And now might continue on as Caps is caught out between his 2. Turret Shockwave's there, but it's late. There's the Magnet Storm. Chains the corruption. The Shockwave eventually comes through to correct myself as Caps flashes. No! Deft with the timing's huge. Kellen gets him out of position. I'm not sure Deft should have died, but if it comes to 1-for-1.
Impressive play there by Caps. In a 4 versus 1, he's able to trade. They are.
Well, again, if they can win this, G2 might be able to flip things again as Yike sends out the ulti. Dominus from Broken Blade on the side. Canyon caught on the wing here. Showmaker puts up his turret, but it won't save Canyon's life. He's buying a bit of time, and Showmaker starts ordering away. But remember, they have Ocean Soul as another cash in for Hunt. Some of the flash from Broken Blade. It's a pulverized, but Kellen can't do a thing. Out goes Showmaker. In goes G2, and we've swung again.
It's chaos! Kana should have been pushing in mid, but he comes back because he thinks maybe with Showmaker still alive, we can turn something here, but the flash in from Broken Blade from both sides, but it is delivering
Well
in
said.
some super entertaining league. Yike will begin the Baron. G2, for the love of God, don't let this one go.
It's going to flip again, isn't it? Well, maybe if DK aren't there, it won't be a flip. As Yike sticks on it, Baron's going to go down this time. No harm, no foul as Caps gets poked in. Showmaker teleported in for this play, but G2 still hovering around looking for a pick themselves.
Dplus.
They just got to get out of there. It feels there's the poke coming through. Nailed down in the corner as well. Caps owns him out. Change of corruption doesn't connect again. Yikes, ulti to zone out has been fantastic as face is drawn.
Here we go. It's being started.
But as you said, Kellen's still too low. The handshake zoning out, the poke coming through. G2 aren't letting them walk in, but Kana has an influence from the top side.
Look at the lifesteal from Hansama, though.
Well, hang on, Kellen's just walking into danger, though. Hansama cashes in. Kellen is meat to the slaughter again as that whirling death hurts. And thank you, says G2, for giving us the Elder Dragon.
They weather the storm from Dplus. They're able to mitigate. Hansama now leading the charge. Elder Dragon G2, Baron buffed up. 5 more seconds. Will they finally break into the base?
Well, anyone's guess here as the Baron, the Red Bull Baron power plays 4,500 with G2 almost moving to 10,000 themselves. There goes the inhibitor. G2 thinking about the push and using that Elder.
Still, the Elder disappears. Then the Baron is alive in a minute's time.
The third
what can
Baron.
G2, the third Baron.
Or is it
fourth?
the fourth?
It's the fourth Baron.
I can't count. But with the last pick of the Elder, once more, Yikes sends out Nature. The Ents of the Forest don't find their mark, but at least it zones out for a second inhibitor, so the base is in complete tatters by DK. And I came from Australia, it's like 2 hours away. Over the wall, Mickey might be caught out. Hang on a minute, this Renata separated, but it might be okay. Magnet Storm out, but that Renata ulti is insane. Running forward is Broken Blade to zone out as DK is still looking for that clutch factor, but Hansama won't let Kellen anywhere near. Go back to the farm. G2 zoning them out continuously, and they might have it, Vedius. They might just with the shockwave, bringing back the playmaker. Hansama getting all the money, but Caps is getting my heart.
MVP Mickey. He sees the angle, the choke point. Broken Blade looks into the eyes of the reigning world champion and says, today is not your day. He'll force him into the G8, and they're looking for the Nexus.
The first seed from the LEC holds on to their namesake. It was back and forth. It was a little bit messy, but hey, G2, they're versatile, they're volatile, and they're starting 1-0 in the Swiss stage against the LCK4.
What a crazy game.
I am the Wise One, and today we will be going through the best moments of World's 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where NRG takes on Weibo Gaming. Let's dive into the action.
Very true indeed. Sees it, information gathered, and this is what made WBG so scary. In those regional finals versus EDG, they made plays this early on, and with FBI at half HP, with no summoners as well, Weiwei stacks him against the wall. I'm seeing deja vu! And Weibo bring in first blood at 3 minutes in. Ignar now in trouble as well. Weiwei waiting for those cooldowns. There's the flash matched out. Ignar latched onto. Second skin about to proc. He bops him in. Weiwei might be in trouble, but he shoves him back. And Light gets the kill. A 2-0 start.
Excellent play from...
Is now back in the bottom side, and this is, again, what we saw in regionals to add on. There's a bit of vision left over with Contracts trying to match a 3v3's potential. They're going to turn on for Contracts. Shove doesn't work, but against the wall it does. The bot back in. Chris teleports in that one. Ignar gets a double pulverize. Slight now runs on him for the damage. FBI out one way, Ignar the other. Summoners were burnt before, but at least Light can match as Xiaohu is now participating. He runs in without ulti. Ignar is slowed down, and Weibo are this deep this early on. Vedius, this is chaos.
I mean, it's...
However, Dokla in a bit of trouble. The Shy ready to overheat, and Dokla gets out of there while the bottom side of the map is relieved somewhat, stopping any kind of objective lead on top of what we've already got.
A small bit of reprieve. Early game. But this is Weibo's game right now. Oh no!
Ulti,
Oh
hang
no!
on, under turret!
Oh.
The Spring King returns later in the summer is now for Contracts. Hang on a minute, no way!
The more ruthless in the mid lane so far. Looking to build that Leandri's flash.
There's a play. It's matched though. Crisp out with his summoner. However, this is getting collapsed on Weiwei. In the right place at the right time yet again. The Fate's Call though saves the day. Weibo still looking to contest. Hang on, Xiaohu's running in. He's got his flash available. No way! They went to Narnia and back again in a couple of minutes! Contracts is down. Weibo cannot be stopped. It's like they've got their own...
Imagine Gen.G looking a little skeptical in the early game against BDS, but they did come back with some fantastic team fighting. Weibo looking dominant, but Palafox TP's in.
Well, Chris is out of mana, trying to zone out Xiaohu without an ulti. It's a good time as Dragon goes down, but Weibo are looking for the...
To find some way of engaging, whether it be small or large.
Told you. What can he do here? Emperor's Divide, Glide, oh, Contracts! Interrupts, matches a flash, they just need a kill! NRG just need a kill and they've got it. Palafox from downtown. And NRG are finally alive. They need a bit more. But I'm happy to be optimistic about this team, especially when Palafox, bit of a king getting the kill here, but meanwhile Dplus in a bit of trouble. That turret's gonna melt, that's non-existent. Light running in with his boys, and the Shy ready to cook. I've been loving the food here in Korea, so let's see what Dplus tastes like.
Juicy is what I believe Light said. Errol dropped. I'm sorry, you guys have probably made those Wei jokes to death.
Well, there's big Wei in the LPL. There's also single Wei, you know, RNG's Wei in the past.
But it feels like that this is Weibo's to lose.
Yeah.
You just kind of look at how the comps work, and Weibo's is just so straightforward.
Best year, by the way, best split. That was an insane one alongside Rookie. Semi-finals at Worlds, remember, against FPXs. We'll pause on that. This is what's happening now. Look at the lines of scrimmage laid down, but the Shy's not dead. They don't have enough damage. Dplus knocks him up. They're trying, equalizer down. Maybe they do indeed. But Baron goes down because of him. So there's the trade as Palafox now the next target, flashes away.
Flash response from the Shy, and just great awareness. Like, Dplus used his W on the wave, thinking this play wasn't going to continue, but now Contracts, no flash.
The Shield of Daybreak lands. NRG are there to back up, but Christmas and Leona taking numbers. See you later. Wei sends Ignar packing as the flash over to bring Contracts back on in. They used everything in the last play. Xiaohu gets one from FBI on the side as well, but as Contracts drops down, Xiaohu buys some time and sets up for kill number 2. Who's it going to be? Ignar. He's got his flash available, but a blast cone to help
towards this tier 2. The Jace, after securing a mid-tier 1, getting a bit of gold back for NRG, will now recall as they find themselves
in place.
That it does.
I gotta say, BDS, I'm one of the few people that picked Mountain, yeah.
I was Ocean, I think.
Wow, I think you were you doing
just an ultimate from the Shy. You just single-handedly forced NRG back, and that will be the Baron. A dominant performance from the entirety of Weibo.
Not getting the shove back though. The Shy will walk it out as Weibo like, all right, you want to go for our top laner, we're going to try and end the game. There's the equalizer to stop 3, 4 backs really. Solar Flare as well, another backstop, hang on a minute. Weibo are just ending the game with the Baroned up minions. The Shy's done his job. NRG are going to find a pick onto Chris, but as Dplus gets back, he's shattered as well. Ulti's a little early from Xiaohu, but Palafox gets burned down nonetheless. With their debut at Worlds, Weibo are tearing apart North America. Piece by piece by piece. Weibo in under 30 minutes are destroying the first seed of NA. I'm sorry to the LCS, but WBG might be the 4th seed, but they are here to play.
A dominant performance from Weibo from start to finish.
Welcome back. I am the Wise One, and today we will be going through the best moments of Worlds 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where Fnatic takes on LNG Esports. Let's dive into the action.
See Razork looking for like those level 3, level 4 invades. Are they threatening a dive here? Tarzan's on the way.
I mean, I'd be scared. There's a flash straight away. Zeka gonna flash away. Straight up, he's got some help though. Tarzan's coming in and they haven't done the damage. Oh no, Oscarinin gonna get knocked up, first blooded, and Tarzan now in a beautiful spot as Razork dodges away from the turret aggro, but this guy is gonna hammer you down. He's the king after all. Razork running for the hills, trying to slow down, but if Scout doesn't kill him, Tarzan sure will give it over to the Azir, and LNG punish.
And they're gonna hand the blue buff over to, you know, like, it's understandable why they should be rated that high, and like there are many analysts out there that do rate them that high, right?
A Scout, ulti's out, okay, there's a flag and drag, Cataclysm down. This is why the mid jungle of LNG is so fierce. Tarzan and Scout, they're bros. Not only the pace being comfortable, but a 2-kill Azir here for Scout has hung, pops a quickness now, looking to knock up Razork, zoning him out, waiting for that flash out. He tried to predict it, and the patience is there. Scout with another. Stop giving him kills with Tarzan. Peekaboo. Flag and drag doesn't work. He's like Cataclysm instead. Locked down as Fnatic might punish this. LNG, have they gone too far? Hung now roams on in. Quickness is not available, but has the engage, and Fnatic are just going to have to watch him walk out. Maybe?
Scout now on his way.
The engage is there. Good flick back, but onto Razork. Scout boops him away. And straight away, his 4th kill. Now Trimby, Oscar in a bad spot. As Zika might turn this into a solo kill. This Jax doing it by himself, jumps on in. The rest of LNG watching a scout, gets his flash out as well. Trimby might be next on the menu, boys, as LNG are 5-0 up. Noah in trouble, but is it Gala really? His Humanoid makes a roam down, and finally, it looks like Fnatic are going to strike. It is a trade across the map, though, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for Fnatic, they get 2.
And it's another kill going in favor of Scout. Oscar Rinin tries to come and help, but Zika's right behind him. LNG is playing with their pressure so well, and Fnatic is getting torn apart bit by bit.
Slow burn coming through. Now, a couple of kills out for Fnatic can't be understated, but it depends on this next fight as Dragon goes over to LNG. We come back from the replay into a live party. A good charm in the end, as well as Razork's burning down, because Gala is now going to have his say. Demacia returns with a massive arena in the mix. 3 more dead, and the gold even further up. Tarzan holding onto the Herald, not needing to burn that either.
Just going to chip away. Humanoid will cross map. Can he get this tower? Looks like he will be able to, and he's going to immediately disengage. He does have information as to where the rest of LNG are, as they secure another tower for themselves.
Cosmic shove there.
LPL-like teams.
That's
in the
right,
LPL.
man. We're not running our heads against the wall. It's not the level 2 gank. It's just concise league, as you were saying, where Scout is so strong, but at least Trimby wants to change that, but the feathers fly out. Straight away, they regret it as Tarzan dives under turret, flashes out. Great seismic shove. Razork, welcome back. He finds a kill as Fnatic mitigating the dive. Well, LNG, a bit of a mistake. They can be controlled, but sometimes they can throw it all away. And Razork, no. Scout with the turret out's great, but the flick back's even better. Razork has woken up to the show.
Well, plays before, I wasn't expecting it right there. He just kind of tore the backline apart by himself, forcing them to disengage and kind of leaving the front line isolated to allow Fnatic to pick up a couple picks.
And I mean, finally, it's massive, right? Damage.
It's dead. Look at how fast that dies.
Run. Are they going to get their hung zoning out? Nope. And we are right back to square one as that's a good flick back, however. Razork now on a killing spree, but at the cost of Baron, it is still a net positive. Going at least this LPL team is back doing what they did best earlier on. 5,000 once again. Humanoid trying to get something in the side lane. At least getting some gold. I mean, less than the Baron itself is worth, so Fnatic can take pride as the all-ins there. Scout shuffles back. Humanoid's caught in the middle, but that is a great magnet storm from Trimby. Welcome back, but Zika gets in with the counter-strike. They have to take him out, however, as Scout still not dead. Oscar in at half HP, wants to re-engage, but Gala now on the wing. He flashes onto him, but the cleanse is there. He'll get the kill, he'll survive, and Noah's now in trouble as the turret must go first.
They kind of have to walk into the feathers, into Scout, and it's such a difficult thing to do. Dragon secured, uncontested. The wall comes down from Razork as Fnatic tried to get themselves a tower.
But does that wall cost them? Oscar in a bit of trouble. Zeka's looking for the 1v1. The rest of Fnatic getting engaged on, or at least looked at once again. They have the inside track to mid, but the minion wave thinned out as Tarzan goes the all-in, but misses. Cataclysm's down, but Razork survives. Meanwhile, on the back of it, Trimmy gets a Magnet Storm, but no one's hit Gala. No one can hit Scout. LNG are looking for the finishing touches, and just while Fnatic were looking closer to bringing this back, they are separated. That blast going a little bit troll, but over the wall, Scout is legendary with Gala looking for another kill. He ults out. Next is Razork, and ladies and gentlemen, LNG return to the powerhouse.
Some of these fights look so close for Fnatic, but they're just too far behind. Scout will pick up another one. Humanoid is the last man, and they've been clean.
As we talked about the comp, right? You know, you've got Xayah, you've got Azir. Look at the elements of play that they can choose to play from. As Zika goes between, there's a Weaver's Wall to separate, but LNG have flag, drags, and the thank you, ma'ams. The charms there, knocked up. Trimby is in a bouncy castle, but he ain't 4 years old. That man gets out of there straight away, but Scout again! That's our MVP, but as he goes golden, Fnatic are trying to get the shutdown. Zika jumps back in, Scout still lives, Gala lives, everyone from LNG sitting there. The man who's a pentakill king is looking down 2 more. A triple in the bag as Razork tries to do it again, at least getting one onto Zika. The feathers around, the inhibitor down, Razork next up, but Scout takes it, and he deserves it. A double for the mid lane legend, and LNG hold up to their name. They won't be dropping to EU second seed. They'll be holding the LPL rep high as it flies today.
3 LPL teams find themselves victorious today, and LNG do it in commanding fashion, sub 30 minutes.
Welcome back. I am the Wise One, and today we will be going through the best moments of World's 2023 Swiss stage on round 1, where Bilibili Gaming takes on KT Rolster. Let's dive into the action.
Shock blast damage, zoning the eye while aiming onto Elk. The cleanse out immediately, the flash is there. Forward he goes, second skin! First blood for aiming, take that BLG, he says. In on the Scuttle Crab, On takes away the blast cone as well. KT looking at this one. Elk's tagged on the back end. Lahan's looking for the engage. Cuz is there. Teleport as well. Elk immediately ults, and he's about to turn into Flubber for the time being. I mean, Cuz is out of action, but can he rejuvenate? No! And the engage from On is massive as well. Quickness out. KT burning flashes left, right, center, but should now twisted advance. Aiming's going to drop down. And just as we're singing the praises of KT, BLG.
KT, rightfully so, says, hey, we can't win this. We have to back off. But at that point, the damage is already done. While also picking up, I think it was 1 blade, maybe 2. He had not gotten a whole lot done. Is On.
Okay, Kuz going to be lured in, but this is pretty good for KT. On tries to jump on down. Remember, Kuz has no passive, but On is bitten off way too much. The aggro gets punished, and KT know just what to do.
This time around, going
Again.
in on their own works. Oh, Sean knows!
All right, Kuz back on in, and look at the follow-up. Lahan's in form today as BDD joins in. This map movement from the Zac is on
Pull
point.
the back line. Elk, of course, does have 11-8 safety with his ultimate, but if you have to press your ultimate every time a Zac jumps on you, not going to be feeling too good. We will see, though.
And find an opening in this game, like they've already done. As teleport comes through, I guess they want to try and force it around the Dragon Chronicler. It's going to start off with the Magna Storm down, but On, it's only on the one. It's Keen as well. There's Kuz again, right in the back as Elk sends the feathers out to Asgard. Keen's already picked up the kill to make him go zoom zoom as aiming's in as well onto Elk.
Counter engage from Kuz. The amount of threat he was able to put on the back line immediately forced a response. Hextech. Oh, that's my favorite addition to the game.
Agreed.
In
Actually,
like the last, I don't know,
a base
4
take.
years. It's so good. There's only upsides, right? It speeds up objectives. It enables.
Well, with that coming through in the game, that means we get to keep speeding things up. And I will say, you know, KT have been the ones doing
Actually
that.
getting an in gold. Not really. He hasn't really been picking up a lot of the kills. His Elk might be in trouble here.
BLG bottom lane, it depends. There's a flash from Lahan's instant reaction. Inhuman maybe, but there's a flash away as Kuz follows up the double trouble. On re-engages, but it's dangerous with the feathers flying. Onto Kuz are huge as BLG are trying to take the fight. Keen in the middle of whoop. Sean looking for the flash, finds a kill. BLG back in this has been. Now finally shows up the all-out there. BDD caught out as well, and you can never nap against BLG. KT sent backing, and they can't anymore. Dragon picked up. And I mean, Elk, this is why he comes in clutch. This is why he's one of our best team fighting 80 carries. Which is amazing. Was this time on Griffin where he pulled that out a few times? It was kind of the meta around the time. Going a little bit back now.
I love Zac. I'm happy.
Oh, it's so
I'm happy
good.
he's picked, and happy to see the champion diversity shoot up still as aiming is level 2 ults.
Yeah, because Bin is confident in this matchup. He's winning it out, but until the ult comes through, until aiming comes through, now you're in trouble. Bin getting out. He's got about 1 million dashes, but is it enough for aiming? KT forced his flash, and they're still doing so much work. There's the flash from aiming. One more, and Bin's down. But KT have over-aggressed here as Yagal trying to jump in, but Big Brother Keen helps out. Aiming kites it. KT, welcome to the party, pal. The Elk pullback is huge, though. BDD coming in clutch, but now Shun ready to cover with the ulti of his own. Kuz covering again. These guys are friends forever as On brings them together, but it's up to Elk to bring the damage. He needs to get close, but he's scared of Lahan's, of Kuz, of Enos. This is the bigger prize. KT have outsmarted, outthought. BLG caught by surprise while Lahan's is grinning from ear to ear. The Baron. Oh, ignite.
And I'm a little worried, but as long as his Baron buff is there, KT can keep up this pressure. That's really ballooning the gold with the pickup. Bin, not really the target that you want to try and dive. So,
Flash, wait, Bin, what is he doing? The shove back though, Bin gets the half HP, but the all in, the all out is there. BLG fighting under that inner turret. Going golden, going into GA. Kuz now caught up here as well. Maybe KT weren't expecting the Spanish Inquisition. BLG are chasing them out. Where did that come from, Chronicler?
it's Bin making the magic happen, finds aim. And that's something that I don't know if KT can deal with. Elk has Flash, GA, and Ultimate is level 16. So consistently trying to shut down the Xayah is going to be tough.
Oh, good pick though. On Magnustorm, use early, support's just dead. KT.
He's gone.
Brilliant pick.
And that, I think BLG, yeah, just abort. You don't need to fight to the death over this guys.
You're telling
you
BLG.
Don't need to fight over to the death.
It's BLG. They look for the steal, they don't find now. Keen for the angle, they've got the numbers advantage, but they're looking for the pick. As he goes golden, BLG, are they in a bad spot? No, the answer is absolutely no, but the healing is absurd. All out over the wall while Keen runs for his life. And Bin
immediately turning that into tempo towards mid here. Again, KT wasn't sitting at soul point, so they can give that one up. Still able to get something out of that. So they have a pretty good idea that BLG isn't actually going for this as Keen doesn't have flash.
There's a flash again. Bin might be doing it again, but this time it's onto the Aatrox. Mobility, his friend, he gets popped back, and BDD tries to help out his brother, but he gets blasted out. Massive shutdown is aiming. Ulted in, but he's isolated. The wall is not his friend either. He'll take his tower, though, is on. Disrupts the other back line. Elk ulties once again onto Kazu, flashes in, gets feathered down, but in the backside, aiming is dead, but that GA is all the difference. Elk survives, Kuz is out of there. BLG make it a 1 for 2 as now Bin once again has got the blades out.
And try and get a reset in for the Hextech Soul.
Yep. I mean, is it going to be a 4-0 LPL day or a 3-1? Can LCK get another? It all comes down to this, to round it up as Kuz goes through the engagement. Look, once again, Keen is caught out. Shouldn't find him. BLG group up while the tanky members go through, but aiming. Is this his clutch factor coming through? He goes golden, he sets up with BDD. Elk is out of there. The flash on! KT are coming up clutch, but Bin has the swords out again. Stop the Cassante. Can you do it? Lehens runs for the hills while Kuz is left isolated. Just when you think aiming has done it all, they put him in the bin.
And with that, that should be Soul going over to BLG. If they don't just make a mad dash forward, they do still have the Baron evading, right? I don't know if KT's going to be able to clear the waves. Keen up in 20, but is that enough?
It's massive. Again, Lehens has the watch here. 15 seconds will count it down. Keen to save the game. BLG with the Baron are going to break the base at the very least. On going to take the Hex Gate, and with a Hextech Soul in the back pocket, we have flipped this game. Enough, Chronicler. On our first day of Worlds, we have sat on the seesaw. My backside. As BLG have priority here, and it's KT who have to walk in.
Look at the poke. Lance already taken down fairly low. They have all the vision. Lance goes in, doesn't actually end up working. Kuz can get in.
They're going to flip it, but it's down. Never mind, you can't flip it when you have a Xayah. Kuz just has to run away for now. But this ain't one. It's BLG who with Baron are going to try and force their way in. Keen doing that with the GA. He's confident, but Bin once again on top has been the better top laner as Kuz finds Elk, but the feathers have landed once more. A shove back won't save the day, but Lehens trying what he can do, but the problem is his damage is getting resurrected. Aiming repositions, but Elk stands strong. KT started with grins on their faces, but as the ace comes through, it is LPL who will start 4-0 here in the Swiss stage at Worlds. It is BLG who will never say die.
This game delivered what we expected from a fight between the number 2 seed of the LPL, number 3 from the LCK. And man, I don't know who's facing BLG in winners. I don't know who's facing KT in losers. We're gonna have a